Hey guys, it's Evelyn. Welcome back to my channel. So I got a couple requests on some of my videos where I talk about the books that I wrote, just asking like how I publish my books and kind of the difference between publishing the hardcover versus the ebook versions of my books, and also just how I designed the covers for my books. So I am going to just, make this little video kind of as a bonus video this week sharing how I did that. So let's just get started. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on how I actually publish the books because I use Kindle Direct Publishing, which is like decently self-explanatory. I'll show you a little bit, but for the most part, you can just figure it out as you go, which is what I did, but I can definitely go into more detail on how I designed my book cover. So first of all, let me just pull up my Kindle Direct Publishing. So now we're at our Kindle Direct Publishing dashboard. This is an account that you can make with your Amazon account, with just your email, whatever. You do have to like connect your bank account and stuff to it so that you can get paid for your books, but it's through Amazon. I have found it to be safe and fine, but you can definitely, there's other websites that you can use to self-publish your books. I just wanted my books to be able to be on Amazon, and Amazon helps you get them into other bookstores and stuff like that. Like my books are on Barnes & Noble now, which is cool. This is what the dashboard looks like. And these are just my books that I have published, and then I also have like the older copies that are not available anymore. And I also, so Aussie in the Wind is a book that I wrote in like 6th grade for like a writing contest. So I'm going to like use that as an example how to go through, just because I don't really care if it gets messed up. But yeah, these are all of my books, and I recently like redid Witch Hazel and White Mountain Summer and like rebranded them, gave them new covers. So that's why there's multiple copies. But you basically just go through here and you can add your new book, and then I like to do the paperback book first, and then once you make the paperback book, you can then easily make a ebook version of it. So pretty much all you do is I have to upload like a PDF file of the text exactly how you want it to be. So you can like go through and pick what size of the book you want it to be. So this first page is just all of like the data information that you need to put in, like who wrote the book, what's the title of the book, is it in a series, what description do you want to pop up on Amazon, do you own copyright, which you do unless you want it to be a public domain work, but you can like look more into that stuff. I'm not the best person to talk about like copyright laws and stuff. You can put keywords in, just to help people find your book on Amazon. Pick a category, like is it juvenile fiction, is it historical fiction, is it like rom-com, that kind of thing. Does it have adult content, stuff like that. Saving and continuing. So then what CreateSpace does is that it creates an ISBN number for you, or if you have your own ISBN for some reason, you can do that, but I didn't know how to have my own already, so I just let CreateSpace, or this one was CreateSpace, now it's Kindle Direct Publishing. CreateSpace became Kindle Direct Publishing. It gives you your ISBN. You have your publication date, and then you get into like print options. So here is where you're gonna pick. I like to do cream paper. I used to do white paper, but cream paper just looks better. So I do black and white with cream paper. This one was white because that's what it used to be, but and then you pick your trim size. So once you pick your trim size, that's how you can figure out what size you need to make your document. So you have to figure out what your book size is going to be, and it will tell you like how big the pages are and stuff like that way. And then you can just go into your Word document or your Google Doc, whatever you're using, and just go into page setup and make the page the right size, and just make sure that you have like a good, like I do like 1/2 inch margins from top, bottom, and sides, and not 1 inch because it's like really big for a book. But you can just like make it look good, and you can preview it to make sure it's fine. That's how you figure out what size it is. So you are uploading a PDF that is the correct size. So you resize it in Word or Google Docs. Word is easier, I find, so I normally download my Google Docs to Word and then get it all formatted. Then you save that as a PDF, and then you upload the PDF to KDP as the right size, and that's how you get your writing and stuff in there. And then I like to do matte covers now. I used to do glossy, as you can see here, but matte covers are just more professional looking, so I would choose a matte cover. And then here where you upload your manuscript, that's where you upload the PDF that you have that is all correctly sized. And then I'll talk more about the cover later, but you can upload your cover here or use a cover creator that Kindle Direct Publishing has, but I like to make my covers cuter. This one, the Aussie in the Wind example that I wrote in like 6th grade, I just used a Kindle Direct Publishing, then Create Space, like kind of pre-made cover template. And they also will put a barcode on the back for you, so you kind of have to account for that, which I will talk about. But if you're designing your own cover, you can click here and hit download a KDP template. And then you pick what size your book is, and then you can download a cover template. So I'm just going to pick a random 5x8. I'm going to say it's 300 pages, whatever. And my paper color is cream. I'm going to hit download cover template. Can't be downloaded securely. Oh, keep. So we'll get to that in a second. So that I'm just gonna show you the rest of the setup first. And then what you do is you launch a preview to see what it looks like. This is how you can see like what the pages look like and stuff like that, just to make sure that everything is how you want it. So we're just uploading this just to see. I'm interested to see what this looks like because I literally like put this on here in 6th grade. So, okay, well, the preview launcher is not going to open for me for some reason, but basically when it opens, you just have to see the pages and you can kind of like flip through and see what it's going to look like printed. And then if you're doing an ebook version, you can also see what it's going to look like with the ebook. And the difference between paperback and ebook is that PDF really doesn't work well for ebooks. So what I would do for the ebook versions is I like transferred it to I think I just uploaded the Word document, but it tells you different like files types that you can use. So I just have to play around with that. I'm not really going to go into super detail because it's something you just have to figure out depending on like if your book has pictures in it or not. Like my Summer of Ross and Wind had little like designs before each chapter, so I just had to make it work for the ebook as well. But that's all stuff that you can figure out on KDP, and it has like tutorials and stuff, so I'm not going to go super in depth in that, but that's how you do that. And this is all like the pricing setup and stuff, which again, I'm not going to go too much into detail because that's just self-explanatory. You fill out the forms and figure out what you want, and you can just Google like what type of distribution is best for what you're going for. I'm not the best person to ask about that, but this is basically the easiest way that I do this. So there we go. So now that I kind of like walked you through that a little bit, definitely, not super in depth again, but hopefully it's a little bit helpful. We're gonna go to the book cover template that we just downloaded. And it's always like a crazy zip file for some reason, but I'm gonna open it just as a JPEG for now. So this is what the template looks like. You can see the spine width and where this needs to go and where your barcode's gonna go. So what I did for my books, and this is what I'm going to show you, is on Canva. I'm making all my thumbnails for my YouTube videos on here as well. If I cannot find it. Here is my book cover. So I chose just like the book cover template on Canva and designed this, and I designed the front cover and the back cover, and then I downloaded it as I think a JPEG. I'm not sure, either JPEG or a PNG, either work. But then this is not the size that you need for your book. So now that I've downloaded this, then what I'll do is I go through and I open this template in 3D Paint. Edit with 3D Paint. Or if you just have regular paint, that works too, but I find that 3D Paint is just easier to work with now. And I'm not going to show you like the entire process just because I've done this already and I think it's pretty self-explanatory. But now that I have this here, what I would do is insert the book cover and make it fit inside these dotted lines here. I'll just re-download this so I can show you. I'm just going to download the front cover, and we're going to make sure that we download it as, I'm going to do a PNG for now, because I think that'll work. And then I am going to, I think I can copy and paste it in. I don't remember, I did this a while ago, so let's see. Copy, and we're going to go back to 3D Paint, and we're going to paste this in here. Yeah, it did, okay. And then what we're going to do is line it up kind of with these lines. Because I want to make sure that the text and everything important is like inside this frame. So I lined it up, now we're good. And then I'm going to do this and match the color. And then what I do is I take like the paintbrush and just color over the, oh, wrong paintbrush, marker maybe? Whichever one is going to give you like the smoothest finish so that it all looks the same like this. And then you're just going to color all over the edges. But make sure that you fill in everything. So you're going to put your back image also in. And then I just like would paint this over how I wanted it, but make sure that I can still see the lines at first, and I would just put text here, so I fill this all in so it matches, yay, and then I just added some text with whatever I wanted to say on the spine, and rotate it, if I can get it to exactly 90, come on, yeah, okay, and then I would get this to fit in here exactly how I want. And then once I have that all in here, and I just make sure that like my back cover has space here for the barcode, then I just go back to brushes. And I can see sometimes the paint bucket works to fill in, yeah, that whole white space. But you don't want to do this with text because it'll like fill in the text weird. But you can try to get everything covered. But see how that like filled in the text? So you gotta be careful where you click with the fold thing. So I'm just gonna undo that. And then all of this stuff I will just cover with the marker to get it all good. That's what it would look like. Obviously we would make it look nicer than that, fill it all in, and then all you do is save this as a PDF and upload it, and then when you go into previewer you can launch it and see and make sure everything is lined up the way you want it to be lined up. So hopefully that helped. Hopefully the commenter that asked about like how I use Canva, that is how I do it. You can't just strictly use Canva because you need to make sure that your book is fitting the right size. So all you do is you go into that template like I showed you, download the template that's the right size for your book size, whatever size you chose, and then how many pages you have, because that determines the spine thickness. And then I used Canva to get all of like the cute fonts and stuff that I wanted, and then I just insert that into a 3D paint file, and then I can show you what the finished one looks like because I think I still have those on here. Maybe. Yeah, here we go. So this is what the PDF file that I upload ends up looking like. Right now this is a photo image obviously, but KDP wants it to be a PDF, I believe. So then I would make this a PDF and upload it to Kindle Direct Publishing, and then it's all set and super cute. It does take a little bit of time, but that's how you completely custom make your own cover. So I know that was kind of like a lot of information thrown at you at once, but I just wanted to kind of give you like the basic way to just get started, because most of my book publishing and cover making was just trial and error. That's kind of how I did it, but you're gonna have to play around with it a lot to get it to be exactly what you want for your book. But if you have any more questions about how to edit your books, how to design your book covers, anything like that, how to publish books, all that stuff, let me know in the comments, and I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more college vlogs and more stuff about the books that I'm writing, and I'm having trouble speaking today. This is fun. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.